すべてのドラゴン族はこの壺に封印されます。
Hi, your local dragon lady here with an episode of the Dragon Capture Jar where I take a random dragon card and just talk about it. You know, how it looks, is it useful? So anyway, here's my lovely Dragon Capture Jar and let's see what's inside this week. And it is the 5-headed dragon. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? Now this is apparently a limited edition one, ultra rare. I honestly couldn't tell you where it came from. So I'm just going to say that this one was given to me like many other dragon cards have been. I certainly don't recall getting this out of a magazine, which it could have very well came from. There's a lot of cards that came from Shonen Jump, but I don't think so. So this card is pretty obvious. It's a fusion. Apparently it can only be a special summon by fusion. You need to as material you have to use 5, apparently any 5 dragon type monsters. So it doesn't matter. You can have a bunch of blue eyes, you can have spirit Ryus, you can anything. So with polymerization you ditch those cards and out comes this big bad boy and 5,000 attack. And I'm not gonna lie, if you have an exclusively pure dragon deck, even with low-level dragons in it, this guy might be pretty easy to get out, especially if you have draw power to get those dragons into your hand. But I never summoned this one. Now, I have considered it. I really have. Years ago, I have considered using it because Beatdown, I guess you could say, was sort of the meta back then. So if I had a handful of, my hand was full of dragons, which was quite often, yeah, I really could have brought this guy out, but I don't think I did because my deck was pretty crowded and had a very tight strategy as it was. So I didn't really want to waste any cards by putting in polymerization in for this. And of course, there are no shortcuts to getting this dragon out because it does say it cannot be special summoned by any other ways, pretty much. So it has to be done by fusion. I think this guy looks really cool, though. People were pretty hyped when it came out simply because of the anime, and of course, anything from the anime, you just gotta have it. And apparently, you got more points if you summoned it. Now, I'm going to say I have seen this dragon summoned once, but only once. And believe it or not, it was actually, I believe it was during the second tournament of when I came out of retirement in summer 2018. Me and someone else was doing a casual duel. It was not official under the tournament, but he had a lot of dragons, and I know he took 5 dragons sent to the graveyard in his polymerization, and this guy came out, and I was like, whoa, like, I have that card, I remember, like, but no one used it, but you did. That's so amazing. I was so excited when he called it out. And it's one of those moments that, I wouldn't do it, but to see it done, it's just so cool. You can't help but just to shake their hand on that because, in my opinion, as powerful as this card is, it can't be destroyed by a battle and can't be destroyed by anything by a certain element. I don't really think this card was really worth summoning, even back then. It just took up too many resources, and if you're in a situation you have a one shot to get a lot of life points off your opponent, personally I prefer the Spirit Ryu, where you just discard a bunch of dragon cards, power him up just for 1 attack, and you go for it. Now, I understand this guy's use can be useful in a better way just by having me on the field as a sort of defense, but other than that, he doesn't really have any special effect that really protects him. So here you go, you waste 5 dragons, get this guy in the field, and all of a sudden someone can just use a dark hole on you, and that's it, he's gone, your efforts are wasted. So that's why I prefer the Spirit Ryu method, to get, build up your attack power, go in for 1 shot for the kill, and that's pretty much it. So the 5-headed dragon to me is just a pretty cool collector piece. This one, again, is in very good condition. I don't think it's really worth much on the collector's market, but I don't know, there's a lot of cards I have that have surprised me. But I'm just going to keep it anyway because this dragon, it looks cool, and who knows, for a larf, I just might put it in one of my joke decks and just get him out for the fun to say, hey, guess what? I wasted resources, but I got him out. Kind of like the Dragon Master Knight. It's just one of the things you want to do at least once. But at least I can say I witnessed it. So I was just in awe of this dragon. Now I killed it the next turn, I'm not gonna lie. I got rid of it quite easily. But just to see it come out and you don't expect it, it's just pure gold. So I don't know if anyone out there has their own 5-headed dragon, what version it is. I mean, if you do, leave a comment down below and let me know what you got, because these are really neat. Just for the anime nostalgia aspect, I love 5-headed dragon. So anyway, thank you for watching, and as always, this is Dragon Lady saying, be a good sport, play the game, not the fame. See ya! Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and click on the little bell for notifications. You can also check me out on Facebook. Link is in the description below. Happy dueling!